All right, I'm here. I don't even need to introduce him because I'm sure y'all all know him. Y'all probably don't know me, right? You know what I'm saying? But I just want to ask you, how do you feel just off of hearing Coach T-Jack today and how he connected and to see the support, right, in this room? Kind of how you feeling right now after the press conference?
I think he's. I'm excited. Let me get that out the way. But I think to answer your question is that he hit a home run, preferably if we're talking sports in terms of baseball. He ran the kickoff back, right, in terms of football to bring it back all the way around, if you would. But I think he did what he needed to do. He made a connection. He told his story, right? He told his passion. He told his why. And when you do that, it's easier for folks to get bought in, right? And then he talked about his goals, his aspirations, his dreams, right? And how that connects with the goals of the administrator, to be frank, in terms of the president, right? Also AD Golf, and how that's going to connect with PV Faithful. I think in terms of when he had the questions, his connection to say, yes, I have ownership in this and I'm going to do my part, but also the value in terms of having you all do your part. And it has to be more than just being at the keyboard and talking. It has to be a true commitment. And one of the things that people have ever listened to what I've said, that organizations win championships. You can get fortunate and kind of touch on the door, and maybe a coach or a talented AD or even a president can put in the mix. But if you want to be a championship organization and doing it over any period of time, the organization throughout, at the very top and all the way through it, must do the things that are necessary to be win. And I think he brought that home, which is very important. I'll be frank with this. I think the show that he did with himself, the show he did with you, was smart in terms of giving a cheat code, right? So it gave him a chance to kind of reach out to the alumni in a very comfortable space, which gives you something about him that he knows about how to build programs, how to create the relationships. And you've seen that today when everybody was here because they wanted to hear what? More. Right. And so he did that, and he's on social media, which is a modern place so that you have to be able to connect with students, but also people. And he did it in various places. He did it in all of the areas. Twitter for the younger group, right? Instagram, Facebook for the older group. So he also understands the importance of connecting with folks on various social media platforms, not just social media. You put all that together and you see the magic, and I think you're going to see the magic continue throughout the year. His staff is already involved. He has the importance of doing this before, so he understands how to build a staff in terms of the time and the place. So he brought some key people over. He's added some key folks. He talked about the fact that he wanted his staff not only that were familiar with winning and championships, but he also wanted the staff that was familiar with this area and connecting the dots, more than just him, right? And so all those pieces, I believe, become together is what you saw today, the start of something really special.
It's big, and I know you've seen a lot of different programs, a lot of different hires, right? What does this do for the student athletes, right? When they see a coach and how he like you're talking about, how he's dealing with how he's building the connections, because students are also learning from their coaches, not just simply on the field, right, but also how to deal with life. What does this do for students when they have a coach that also can teach them in that manner, in that way?
I have a unique perspective. I would call it kind of a cheat code, talking like that as the dean of a college of education, a professor more importantly than students. You have to be able to engage and talk their language. So that translates in terms of coaching. His ability to speak the language to kids about their energy, I think is important. We hear way too often of folks talking about this generation, but part of that is sickening to me is we brought in this new generation. Right. So anything that they do is not their fault, it's us. We taught them. So, but the most important thing about this generation is if you really get to know them, they want better. They want to learn. They want to do that. There's always maybe a few out there, but the majority of them, they want to be taught. They want to be coached. They want discipline. So when you bring that to them, it's hard not to understand when they get on board and they move forward. It's what they seek and what they want. So great question you asked in there in terms of his relatability, if you would, and how that is going to galvanize and how it's going to make the kids move even faster in terms of what he's trying to do.
And even what they're going to be to do when they leave the program. So thank you so much, Dr. Cavil. And again, thank you guys for checking us out.